Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kirsty, I teach English in France, and today we are going to master two topics: everyday conversation and phrasal verbs, because learning phrasal verbs in context makes them easier to understand and to remember. You will hear the conversation first, and then I'll highlight and explain the phrasal verbs. Let's jump in. Hi, I'd like a cappuccino, please. Oh, and could you leave out the sugar? I'm trying to cut down. Got it. So one cappuccino without sugar. Anything else? Actually, I might go for a muffin. Do you have any blueberry? Oh, we ran out of blueberry muffins earlier, but we still have chocolate. You know what? I'll go with the chocolate then. Great choice. That'll be £7.80, please. So here we have leave out, which is to not include something. Cut down on, which is to reduce. To go for, which is to choose something. To run out of is to have no more of something. And go with. In this particular context, it means to decide on something or to choose something. It can mean other things in other contexts. If you press pause and write down the phrasal verbs, you can go back over the conversation, listen to it a second time, and tick off each one when you hear it if you would like some extra practice. Hi, welcome to Mama's Bistro. Would you like to look over the menu first? Hi, thanks. Actually, I went through the menu online. I think I'll go with the salmon. Great choice. It's a salmon salad. Would you like a side dish? I'll stick with the salad. Oh, and can you bring out the food as soon as it's ready, please? I'm in a bit of a hurry. Of course. I'll put in your order now. So here we have to look over, which is to review or check something. To go through. In this context, it means to check something in detail. To go with, as we have seen, is to choose. To stick with is to keep something as it is. To bring out, in this conversation, means to serve. It can mean other things in other contexts. And to put in, which in this conversation means to place an order. Hey Sophie, did you go over the report I sent you? Yeah, I looked it over last night. I just need to write up some final notes. Perfect. We need to hand it in by 5 p.m. No problem. I'll wrap it up by lunchtime and send it over. Amazing. Thanks. I'll see you at lunch. Okay, did you catch all of the phrasal verbs? We have to go over, which in this context means to review. To look over, which also means to review, but in less detail. In this conversation, it means to check quickly. To write up, which is to prepare a document. To hand in, meaning to submit. To wrap up, in this conversation, means to finish. And to send over, which means to send something to someone. Hello, are you checking in for your flight? Yes, I need to check in for my flight to Los Angeles. Sure, can you hand over your passport, please? Of course, here you go. Thanks. I'll print out your boarding pass. Are you checking in any bags? Just this suitcase. I'll carry on my backpack. Great, your gate is B12. Go through security and after that, head over to your gate. Thanks. I hope my flight doesn't get held up. No delays so far. Have a great trip. Okay, we have a lot more phrasal verbs in this one. We have to check in, meaning to register for a flight or a hotel stay. To hand over, meaning to give something to someone. To print out is to produce a physical copy of a document. To carry on, in this conversation, means to bring something on board as hand luggage. But keep in mind that carry on as a phrasal verb can mean other things in other contexts. To go through, in this conversation, means to pass through a process. Here it's security and customs. To head over means to move in a particular direction, or in other words, to go to. And hold up, which is to delay something or someone. Hi, I saw a jacket in the window and I'd love to try it on. Of course, let me get you your size. You can slip it on over there in the changing room. Thanks. I'm not sure about the size. I think I need a bigger one. No problem. I'll bring out the next size. Perfect. I love how it fits, but I need to think it over before buying. Totally understandable. If you decide to go for it, just let me know. Will do. I'll look around a bit more and come back. Did you catch all of the phrasal verbs in that conversation? Well, we have to try on, which means to test clothing to see if it fits or if you like it. To slip on, in this conversation, is to put something on quickly, as in a piece of clothing. It can mean other things in other contexts. To bring out, in this context, means to take something from the storage. To think over is when you consider something carefully. To go for is to choose something. To look around, in this context, is to browse a shop before buying. Well done. If you have come this far, you have learned lots of new phrasal verbs. In this video, I have focused on one meaning for each phrasal verb, but some phrasal verbs have more than one meaning. Go with, for example, can mean to choose, but it can also mean two things that belong together. So if you would like for me to do a video on phrasal verbs that have more than one meaning, let me know below in the comments. To get the most out of this video, you can write down the phrasal verbs at the end of each conversation and listen to the conversation a second time, putting a tick next to each phrasal verb as you hear it. Make sure you leave a comment below with your favorite new phrasal verb from today's lesson or a phrasal verb that you use a lot. As always, I absolutely love hearing from you. If this video has been helpful, please don't forget to like and share. It really helps. If you would like to keep learning with me today, then please click on the next video. I'll see you there.